Hi, in today's video we are going to look at a few other things that you can do to your contract. So we are going to go into our contracts menu. We're going to open the contract that we've been working on the whole time, sample one. And you may recall that when we created this contract, we created it with the finish DAP055P, which is our standard white powder coating. Let's say I now wish to change this contract finish to say bronze powder coating. What I do is on my main contract screen, I go to the default finish, drop that box down, and let's choose bronze as my finish. And then the program will say to you, are you sure you wish to change this contract's finish? And you can say yes. Now what that is going to do for you, if I now go to my design screen, you will see immediately now my entire design is now in bronze. So it has changed the finish on the frame to DX201, which is our bronze. It has changed the bead on the frame to DX201, and it has changed my insert to DX201 and the finish on that bead to DX201. Now if I go through that project design by design, you will see that that entire project is now available in bronze. Just one word of warning, when you make that change, if my original project was white and I change that to say bronze, it will only replace those items that were white in that original contract. In other words, let's take a design here. Let's take this design and let's assume on this design that we changed our sashes to white. So I'm going to change my sashes there to white and just update my drawing. Now that insert was white and the rest of this frame was bronze. The default finish for this entire project is bronze. So now if I was to say, okay, let's change bronze to, let's say, natural 15 anodizing. Do you wish to change this contract finish? I say yes again. Now if I go into my design screen, you will see that everything is now in natural 15 anodizing. But if I scroll through to that window that we had changed the sashes, you will see those sashes are still white. In other words, it is like a replace. It will replace any of the color that you selected as your original default with any new color that you want. If I would like to change this whole project to, let's say, teal blue, then what I need to do is I need to first ensure that these sashes are also in ANP 104, make sure these original sashes are in natural 15, like the rest of the project. Now this whole contract is back in natural anodized. Now if I go to my contract screen and I say change anything that was natural 15 to, well, let's use this search button so I can look up teal, and I choose gloss teal blue. Do you wish to change this contract finish? Yes. Now if I go back to my design, you'll see everything is done in teal blue. So think about it as a replacing that color. You will also notice that if I now go to my costing screen, all my costing values have been set back to 0. And that is obviously as a safety net to ensure that I now recost that project utilizing the correct finish that we have specified. So I'm going to just take this contract and I am going to change it all the way back to ANP 1052. Sorry, I'm going to change this contract back to DAP 055P, which is the white. If I go back into our design, everything is back as white. So that was the first thing to demonstrate to you. The other thing which you can do is on your contract, you can change your glass code. Now, once again, you've got to consider this as a replace glass code. If I go into my design and I go and choose, let's say, door number 3. Door number 3 was done in laminated glass. The rest of this project, this shop front, is done in a combination of laminated glass and formal glass, and our windows are all done in standard formal glass. So what I can do is I can replace, for example, if I say change glass code, that's on my main contract screen, this button here, and I say change the current code of CF04, which is my formal glass, and change that to, let's just say we decided we want to go 5mm glass throughout. So I can change CF04 to CF05, and I say okay. Are you sure to change it? Yes. Glass code successfully changed. And then I could change another code. But if I go into my design now, you will see it has not affected my doors because the door was not in originally CF4. But if I go to, let's say, my shop front, even that glass at the top of the shop front has now been changed from formal glass to 5mm glass. And if I have a look at my windows, you will see they all have 5mm glass as well. So once again, consider this to be a replace that glass code. Now, the third thing I want to talk to you about this morning is how you can add security bars to your designs. So let's go into our design screen. Let's go and take this window here. I have the option of adding security bars to this design, but only on the opening parts of this window. How do you do that? Well, the first point is you need to choose what profile you want to use to make that security bar. So what I do, it's all done on your insert. I go to insert options and I go down to this option here, which is security bars. And at the moment it's saying there are none. If I click on that to drop down that list, I have a choice of 2 different profiles. I can use a 12 by 12 square bar, or I can use an 18 by 12 rectangular tube. So let's say I want to use that 18 by 12 rectangular tube. As soon as I change that, it tells the program to put in horizontal security bars every 100 millimeters on the screen. Unfortunately, it does not show it to you on your design. You could go and add them in, and when we cover manipulating your graphic design in a future video, you will learn how to do that. But for now, just understand that it's taken those rectangular tubes, it's worked out the correct length to cover that sash, and it's worked out the correct quantity to cover those 2 openings. I also need to go to my insert components, and under, if I scroll down to my security bar screws, it says, how do I want to fix those security bars? So I can click on that. Let's just say I'm going to use pop rivets. So I choose pop rivet. Let's say I'm going to use a 4.8 by 10 dome head pop rivet, and I can select that as my pop rivet. Now, for each security bar, it's going to include 2 pop rivets. As I said, unfortunately, even if I click on the refresh button, it's not going to show those security bars. But if I go and have a look at a cutting list for window number 2, okay, there's my cutting list. If I scroll down on my cutting list, you'll see here rectangular tube, 18 by 12 by 1.2. It's horizontal. I need 5 pieces. And then if you look on your component list, all right, these screws have been added to the 4.8 by 10. So those extra 10 screws have been added in there under my countersunk rivets. So you can include the material, and remember, it doesn't do it on the fixed panel. It only adds those security bars on your opening panels. So nice and short and sweet today. I hope those little tricks and tips help you in working with your projects. Thank you once again for taking time to watch this video. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. And we'll see each other again soon for the next video. Bye-bye.